Hey lovelies, you're welcome back to Reviews and Recaps. Are we shocked? Tasha K is showing herself again. In my opinion, I feel like this is another further attempt to try to bring Arionne on. I also hate the fact that Tasha K has chosen to be Martell's mouthpiece, in my opinion. I feel like the way she talks about Melody and how she lets her husband dog her out with her permission. I'm like, what permission? Tasha, you should know better than that, in my opinion. It honestly just feels like, why are you so pressed? You don't even cover the show. And it's just like, yet, why do you keep covering Martell and Arionne and Melody? It's like, okay, she quit. Let her leave in peace. Why do you have to then try to tarnish her name and make it seem like, oh, it's because she is allegedly messing with a married man? Like, come on, let's be for real. What are you doing? Anyways, I want us to talk about what Tasha had to say about Melody Shari and my opinion on that. Please hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. And everyone, please like, share. Don't forget to let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Now let's get into it. So since Melody Shari left the show, everything has been shambolic. Well, Tasha is keying into that. And she was basically talking about how she feels like Melody is smart. Okay, fair enough. I agree. She's planted herself. She's monetized the heck out of being on reality TV and monetized the heck out of the marriage. I don't think that she has monetized the heck out of the marriage. I just think that Martell was stupid not to be able to pivot and take accountability and move on. He's not the first man that has cheated and continues to cheat. The difference is he refused to take accountability, then tried to put it on his wife, his wife at the time, Melody. And that was ultimately what happened. It's not... People don't care about men that take accountability and own up to their mistakes and do not cause problems with their ex-wives. People just separate and move on. But Martell wanted to be the nice guy. He wanted to be the perfect guy in the eyes of the public. That's all he cared about. And so whatever he needed to do to dog her out was exactly what he did, in my opinion. And so, yes, I agree with Tasha K that Melody is smart, but I don't agree that she monetized the hell out of the marriage. I think that she did what she was meant to do, which is she wanted to be on reality TV and she showed her reality, the good, the bad, the ugly. And that's the thing. That's the transparency that we all love and adore. I personally just hate how somehow Tasha finds a way to blame the woman, in my opinion. It's like, why are you making it seem like Melody was out here giving Martell permission to cheat, permission to embarrass her, permission to do whatever he wants? Like, if that was the case, all he would have had to do was keep it quiet and she would have continued to stay. But that's not the case. Like, let's not act like that was her reality. Like, it had nothing to do with her permission. And this is the thing where I'm like, how are you going to listen to someone like Martell who shows that he can't be honest, is constantly lying? Yes, it feels like somehow her allegiance is to Martell. Like, how is she being blamed for Martell having a mistress and then going on TV? Let's be clear. He had a mistress. He said he left her. She gave him another chance as her husband. Turns out he didn't. So what are we doing? Like, why are we then blaming her? And that's the thing that frustrates me. You don't have to like her or whatever. But at the same time, like, you're a woman. You need to have like some sensitivities and empathy. And I just don't think she has it for Melody for whatever reason. I'm sure it's because she's salty, in my opinion, that Melody wasn't really checking for her. Tasha said that when she read Melody's statement, she sent a DM to Carlos King. And Carlos King said he is shocked. He's trying to gather himself. He didn't even know this. And he had to call the boss and the network to try to figure out what's going on. I'm like, Carlos, you're always acting shocked. Why is it always you that you're shocked? Is it that you don't have any awareness of how you treat these people? Because why are you always acting shocked? That's what baffles me. Because it's like, what are you shocked about exactly? I just don't understand. Watching how the reunion went, how are you shocked? We've only seen one episode and we already know it's going to be shambolic. So what exactly are you shocked about? Maybe he needs to tell us what he's shocked about so we can clarify for him. Because I just don't understand why he keeps acting like he's shocked. Like, what is shocking about Melody not signing the paperwork and then clearly not filming? Like, what is shocking about that as the head producer? Are you telling me you didn't know that she wasn't filming? Like, it's not adding up. Carlos, it really isn't. You can't be acting shocked that, oh, Melody was upset about the way things have gone with Martell on the show and everything. You were acting so shocked and oblivious when she was saying she didn't feel protected. Now you're acting shocked again. It's like everything. Shock is the way he likes to play it, in my opinion, because it is all an act, in my opinion. I just don't believe it. It's either that or he's completely clueless, which is even worse. And I don't believe for a second that he's clueless. He wouldn't be where he is today if he's that clueless. I think just like Martell, he feels like he can use Melody for as long as he can, and she's never going to say no because she takes it on the chin when people come for her. But everyone has their limits. Let's be clear, nobody is going to sit there and be attacked by every single person on the cast for a long time consistently and continue to stay there when they don't have to. And for me, I'm just like, okay, she did say she feels like the storyline became redundant and they just focused on the post-marriage of her and Martell. Also, she tries to bring in the whole her allegedly messing around with Jason. And I'm just like, that man is a married man. Sorry, he's a married man. Like, can we leave Jason out of this mess? If there was proof would have been brought out by now. Let's be clear. You mean to tell me that Martell, who is quick to lie and dog this woman out, will not provide proof if he had proof? Of course he would. And yet we're still waiting on the proof. So to be acting like that's why Melody is leaving the show, it's disgusting. And I hope she sues everybody involved because you can't keep putting out negative remarks and things that can affect her, the public's perception of her, and think you will go scot-free. It's not right. So then she starts talking about, yeah, well, she could always say he's going through a divorce and they're separated, but then the wife has been posting pictures of herself and her husband all over social media, but he's still riding around with her being the security. So she then says she doesn't think like security people riding around a woman as beautiful and single like that. Are you all right? Do you think single women do not have self-control? Or just because they are single, that means that anyone around them, including people that are their subordinates, can have something to do with them? Is that how you were when you were single? Like, I just have a lot of questions because I just don't understand why it is so far-fetched for her to understand that people, you don't necessarily have to be messing with someone that is married under your camp just because they're your security. Come on now. Just because you're single. What are we doing? And let's be clear, when we see Jason, it's Jason there with someone else, Lauren, everybody. It's like when we see them, it's usually a group thing. So I don't really understand why we're trying to reinvent and create a story and tarnish this woman's image. Tasha felt like she doesn't want to showcase the married man narrative, so she left the show to save the fan base. I'm like, what are you talking about? There is no way that would have even been a storyline on the show. It didn't even gain the traction that Tasha wishes it gained, that Martell probably wished it gained. It didn't get any traction. It literally died pretty much straight away. So I don't really understand why Tasha is bringing it up and trying to make it seem like that's the reason that she left. My hope is that she sues everybody. Like, everybody needs to get sued. And I feel like there needs to be something preventing Arionne from coming on the show to discuss anything to do with Mel. Because I almost feel like Tasha K and Arionne and Martell are trying to use that as a way to bring Arionne on. Because she still said she feels like Arionne needs to come on the show. It will really set it off. and that Carlos didn't want to bring her before because of his allegiance to Melody. But now that she's gone, they will need someone to keep it spicy. Spicy what? She doesn't really have a personality that we can see and enjoy. Like, there is nothing about her that makes me interested enough to want to watch, to want to engage with it. So I really hope they don't bring her unless they're trying to get sued. Because if she comes on and she starts saying things that are lies about Melody, best believe Melody is taking that straight to the courthouse and suing everybody. And in the end, the show is probably going to end up being cancelled. And I would be absolutely here for it. As much as I like the show, if the show is moving that way to a direction where Tasha K is now influencing things and Martell, and it's now Martell and coleslaw and all that disgustingness, it's just like, what are we really doing? And I doubt that Tisha is going to film with Arionne. I'm like, for everything that Tisha is, I don't think Tisha is as dumb as she portrays sometimes, because I don't believe she's going to be out here filming with Arionne. The only person that I know that will film with Arionne and become friends with Arionne is Kimmy. And I feel like the reason, maybe part of why Kimmy was going so hard at Melody this reunion, is because she's trying to make it clear that we ain't friends. So when her and Arionne are now friends and they bring them on the show, everybody can just be like, well, her and Melody are no longer cool anymore, so it's cool. And I think maybe that's what it is. Anyways, let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Don't forget to like, share, hit that subscribe button, and tap that bell button right next to it so you know every single time that I post. I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you. Bye.